Hi, just arrived in India, about to start the Rickshaw Run for September 2023. So arrived in New Delhi, had a 4-hour flight from Bangkok. So safely here in New Delhi and head off to the foothills of the Himalayas tomorrow, and we'll be in Gangtok for a few days before getting in my Auto Rickshaw or Tuk Tuk and heading 3,000 kilometres south or there or thereabouts, subject to me not getting lost, down to the province of Kerala and Kochi. So stay tuned for my adventures. Hopefully you'll follow along. Please subscribe to my channel, Mad Dogs and Englishmen Travel, and I'll keep you updated how I get on. When I arrived in Delhi, I didn't realise the G20 summit was due that week and the city was in heightened security. When I entered my hotel, the taxi was checked for bombs and I had to go through scanners before I was allowed entrance. It was a comfortable one-night stay before I headed on a flight to Bagdogra. The flight time was 2 hours from Delhi, and then I grabbed a taxi on the way to Gangtok, which took a further 4.5 hours to reach. My challenge has got so much harder. If it isn't hard enough to drive a tuk-tuk, or better known as a motorised lawnmower, the length and breadth of India, it was meant to be as a team of 3. Now, one of my friends dropped out 4 months ago as he got a new job and couldn't get the time off. However, unfortunately, my other teammate has missed his flight to India and due to illness and hasn't made it. So now I have to contemplate the absolute horror of doing this challenge solo. It's something I'm going to have to think very seriously about. Gangtok is the capital of the mountainous North Indian state of Sikkim. It is abundant in natural beauty and has various natural attractions such as Tsongmo Lake, Ban Jakri Falls and Tashi Viewpoint and more. It also has an amazing view of Mt Kangchenjunga, the 3rd highest mountain peak in the world. The best time to visit Gangtok is during the months of late September to mid-December and from March to May. These autumn and spring-summer months experience a pleasant climate and is ideal for sightseeing. The city's name means top of the hill, and Gangtok rises from the side of the hill at an elevation of around 5,500 feet. Taxis are the dominant form of transportation due to Gangtok's hilly and steep roads. They did try to introduce auto rickshaws or tuk-tuks a few years back. However, they did topple over on occasions and have since been banned. You won't find locals driving auto rickshaws in Gangtok, only crazy foreigners. All the houses on the hillside, on the mountainside. I have to admit that I'm full of self-doubt and trepidation about the Rickshaw Run. However, I've always taken the policy of, if I've got an overwhelming task in front of me, to break it down into smaller pieces. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, or try to do. I'm going to take it each day as it comes. I'm going to see how far I can go on the first leg and reevaluate it. And maybe breaking it down into smaller pieces, I'll be able to get my fair way across this journey. And you never know, might be able to finish it. Let's hope so. So this is Tungu Lake. We're about 12,300 feet above sea level. That's about 3,800 metres. As you can see, it's a very foggy day. There's not a lot to see here, unfortunately, but it's nice to get out and about. The air is fresh. Altitude sickness, sort of the symptoms kick in for some people around about 8,500 feet, so we're well above that in elevation, but certainly nice fresh day. I have no problems at all with altitude sickness at the moment. Hopefully that will continue. Thanks very much. As you can see, it's very foggy today, so not much to see. Unfortunately, it's been a bit of a wasted trip. The view of Kangchenjunga, the world's third tallest mountain, is unfortunately obscured by the fog, so haven't got to see it today. It stands at over 28,000 feet. That's 8,800 plus metres. Just to compare to Mount Everest, it's 29,000 feet, so not that much taller. K2 is the second largest mountain in the world. But Kangchenjunga can be seen from Gangtok on a very clear day. The best days, or the best time of the year to see it, is probably December, January, February. Unfortunately, I'm in the monsoon season. It's very, very foggy, cloudy, even in Gangtok, which is a lot lower elevation. It's very much foggy and cloudy there. So there's not a lot to see, unfortunately. To travel around the state of Sikkim, you need a restricted travel permit, which you can pick up at Bagdogra Airport or on the border crossing at Rangpo. It only takes 5 minutes, but you do need photocopies of your passport and visa, as well as a passport-size photograph. This will allow you access to the main tourist attractions in Sikkim. Although it should be noted, some places you do need to hire a local tour guide. In advance of the Rickshaw Run, the organisers allow 2 days of getting to know your Tuk Tuk and test driving. You also get a mechanics briefing with general maintenance of how to look after your rickshaw. On the final day of test driving, the organisers set up a team meeting which was compulsory for all the teams to attend. Just before that, they laid on a yoga session to get your mind and body attuned for the forthcoming Rickshaw Run event. So it's the final day before the launch of the Rickshaw Run. I'm all prepared, as much as I can be. I'm sure there's going to be a big learning process along the way, but I'm ready for the off. So watch my continuing adventures, as my next video will show you the first leg of my journey across India.